Hello and welcome to Loving Me, Myself, and Life with me, Jody Misiak. Today I want to share something that really helped me along my self-love journey and really made it an adventure. And that is this phrase, be your best self. Now, originally I thought being my best self was just constantly, being better than the day before. And that is true. However, we have things in our life pop up. We have things, changing, life is changing, our bodies are changing, all that fun stuff. We may, go through motherhood and, we carry a child and then we go through the process of not sleeping, and there's so many things happening in our lives. So what really shifted for me is every day can look different for being your best self. So, and what I mean by that is, one day you'll be like really flowing, like everything feels good. You've done whatever morning routine you do, your morning roundup that I like to call it. Maybe you've done yoga, meditation, and you even moved your body in some loving form. You're eating really healthy and all this stuff. It's just flowing. Life is just going amazing. And you're like, yes, I got this. And then maybe the next day, you didn't have the best night's sleep. And you're like, ooh, like you're feeling off. Maybe you don't feel like moving your body, or you eat a little piece of something that you like, chocolate, something sweet that you're like, you don't really want to eat, but you did. But you're doing the best you can. You're showing up. And that means loving yourself where you are. So it's allowing yourself to have a nap and things like that, and being gentle and caring to yourself. Because being your best self might look different every single day. Because life isn't like a factory and even factories, like lines break down and things like that. Things don't just necessarily go how we plan them to go every day. And I really learned this through the 2 years of not sleeping through the night with my son. I had to be very gentle. I dug really deep into my self-love well those 2 years, like really deep. I did some really deep digging because I was in survival mode. And when you do that, you're like, whoa, like I remember being like, oh, I wish I could do this. Or I went through a phase of beating myself up because I thought I needed to be better. Because before having my son, I was in a different routine and things were different. So this isn't about finding excuses not to take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit. It's being gentle with yourself when you need to. I actually have started really understanding that the week before my period, I need some extra love. Because I was doing some reading and things like that about, just cycles and things like that. And I felt really drained. And it's actually the week before you have your period is where your body's going through a lot of hormonal changes. And so in that, I now really have it in my calendar. The week before is like super self-care. Now, I always try to incorporate self-care into my day and my week. But the week before is like being gentle to myself. So if I'm feeling tired, I'm like, oh, and I allowed myself to have a rest and nap. I don't plan as much of a crazy schedule. I'm already still trying to find balance. So I don't like doing a crazy schedule in general, but I am more aware of sending myself more love that week in a different kind of way. Slowing down, going more inward, moving my body, but allowing it to be maybe more gentle. And really just listening from it within. And that's really what it is about being our best selves where we are right now. And I like to have a morning routine. Like I said, I call it my morning roundup. And I do like to be consistent with that, or at least some of the elements of it. And then it's allowing to follow through on whatever else needs to pop up and really need what I need that day or that week, that month. I find that in the fall and winter, when things are a little cooler, even though we've moved to BC, it's rainy season, And that is my time to go more inward, to slow down, to really just embrace the quiet where things are, I don't see our neighbors out as much because we're not gardening and doing things. It's more inward and more just being and embracing that. So it's definitely important to focus on being your best self, but know that every day is a little different. And giving yourself that grace for those moments that maybe you didn't have the best night's sleep or your schedule is full. As I'm recording this, we had a really busy weekend. And then we honestly have the kids have things to go to on Mondays and Tuesdays. So it's like boom, boom, boom. So after a crazy weekend, like a fun, amazing weekend, I want to say that like it was amazing and I would never change a single thing. But we don't always have busy weekends like that. And then we had like a busy Monday and Tuesday. And it's about allowing to have like a reset day. And what we've discovered is what works in our house is having a Wednesday. It's just like no expectations. And I think I might have shared this in another episode. But just having that day of no expectations. And it's actually my favorite day of the week now. It's just that, whatever we need. Because sometimes life, we have things that we can't control as much. Like, yes, we put our kids into things and they really love it. They're in scouts, so they really, really love it. However, it's about slowing down somewhere so you can really connect and just really listen from within. And that's really what it is. Like being your best self is allowing those moments to listen from within, listen to your guidance system that's within so you can know what you need. We all need different things at different times. And it's listening from within so you can be your best self at any given time. And again, it will look different every day, or maybe not every day, but throughout it will look different here and there. So it's being gentle and loving towards yourself and showing up the best you can where you are right now, whatever that looks like. It might not look so good. Maybe you want a PJ day, PJ week, PJ weekend, whatever it is that you may need. I know for me, I don't know if I've done an episode on this here in my own podcast. I did it with my husband when we did a joint podcast together a few years ago or a couple of years ago. But I'm an introvert extrovert. And it was really like this past little while, a year and a little bit, I've really went inward. So it's finding that balance, but at the same time, being okay with where I am and loving myself for who I am and just showing up the best I can. And it's coming up with like healthy boundaries for that situation and things like that. So be your best self whatever that means to you right now. And for me, I know what has helped me get back to this person that I was before we moved across the country, and we're really just I'm really just finding my ground, my center again. Is I've allowed myself to have Mondays for learning, for self-development, self-personal growth, and it's just really opened up and really has helped me along the way to remember where I was before life kind of got shooken up and I just had to re-find my center of gravity and of like just who I am. And it's been a really year of personal growth and development in a very unique way. And it's been really beautiful. So it really just comes down to listening, showing up as the best you can with where you are, and then continually growing, learning, listening to things that feed your soul, feel like inspire you or motivate you along your weekday, month, and along your self-love adventure. So being your best self really just comes down to showing up the best you can right now in this moment. And then every day or every week, whatever feels right to you, just continuously learn, grow, and show up the best you can with where you are. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Sending you so much love. Bye for now.